creatively speaking, has Vacuumist been a stepping stone to this new record, or did you have a clean slate?
I think every record's a kind of stepping stone. I mean, there was more of a break between this one and previous records, I think. I think we got done with Vacuumist, and we took a pretty intentional amount of time away from each other, which we haven't really done before. So I think this one, more than other records, felt like a little more of a clean slate. And it definitely took us a second to get it moving and get the gears going and get the momentum between the four of us going. And I think it ended up resulting in I don't know, a new sounding record, at least for us. A little bit different from Vec, at least.
But you really had to wait for that momentum to pop up. You can't force that.
Yeah.
Or bit.
We definitely don't want to do that. I don't think we've ever wanted to do that. We took I guess there was a fair amount of time between Yellow House and Vec as well, but kind of
we were on tour.
But we were just working.
We toured for all of Yellow House.
Yeah.
Through while we started recording, then more touring, then finishing the record, then more touring of Vacuumist. It was like.
And we did Inner Park in between.
Inner Park, oh right.
The whole other record.
Yeah, well, and then Friend EP, I guess, was as well. So we didn't stop working.
We just didn't stop. Yeah.
And yeah, we all deserved a little bit of a second, to catch our breath and, take stock of our lives.
And what did that second look like?
I did a solo record. That's pretty much what I did.
And Ed and Chris?
I don't know what they were doing, but
did some traveling.
Dan did an EP, and yeah.
Yeah, you released an EP earlier this year. Mm-hmm. Is that how and over what period of time was that collection of songs written?
Same period that certain things on this record started happening. It was just there was a lot of there was a lot of downtime in between when we started working on this record and when we finished. And there was a period of about 6 months, 4, 5, 6 months, where Ed was either traveling or Chris was traveling, he was doing his record, and I really wanted to do something badly. And I had this collection of songs that I had been working on my own, and I kind of just decided in the fall that I wanted to just release it as it was, and felt like it made sense, and it just seemed like a nice project for the downtime in a way, like something to finish.
But they were not written with the intention of putting them on a Grizzly Bear record?
Only one of them ever was considered for Grizzly Bear. The rest of it was done on. They were either rejected or they were just kind of like things that.
Rejected based on what?
Just, there were things that had been passed around but nobody was interested in, or things that I did by myself that I just had finished on my own, and it just felt like it was what it was, like it wasn't meant to be reimagined, or it didn't seem like it would fit with our band, because generally speaking with Grizzly Bear, like we all come to the songs equally, and we all really, the point is they should be open-ended. They should feel like open questions that everybody can get involved in and rearrange, and those songs were a little closed. They felt like they kind of just were what they were. They were meant to just stay as they were,
Have you thought about waiting a bit more, writing some more songs and releasing a full album like Chris did? Or was there no time for that?
There wasn't time for that, and I kind of liked the idea of it. I liked it as a short release. I kind of wanted it to just be a little. I liked that it felt like it had the flow of a record, but it was very short, and I kind of thought that was cool. I feel like there have been EPs like that in the past that I've really appreciated. Like Animal Collective did that EP with Vashti Bunyan. Did you ever hear that? Prospect Hummer EP. It's really beautiful, super short, but it was such a great little release. I remember I just was really, I don't know. I think there's a value to that, I feel like. Not everything doesn't have to be the whole huge statement that a record has to be. And I also just didn't have the material, I didn't have the time. Wasn't ready for that.
How did you record them? The way you would do normally with Grizzly Bear?
I did a lot of it in a very cheap kind of home setting, just what I had to work with.
It's the bedroom EP.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not the most hi-fi release of all time. whatever.